Hey, Motorman here with my tip of the week. First thing I want to say to you, I've heard from a lot of people, they're telling me that there's advertisements on my tip of the week. They're political advertisements or various things. I want you to know I have no control over what YouTube does with their advertisements. YouTube allows people to put their videos on there and then they sell advertising. They don't ask me what advertising I want on my video. The last thing I would want if they did ask me was anything about politics or religion. That's common sense. So if you think these are my ads, you're completely wrong. It's whatever YouTube feels like doing. Now I'm going to explain this to you. A lot of people, I've done this before, but a lot of people didn't understand why you might do this particular exercise or how it works. It's called the offset cone weave. Now in this particular scenario I'm going to show you here, we have the left turning vehicle stops dead in the road. Now if I didn't have time to stop or I thought I couldn't stop quick enough, I'd have to make a quick left to right transition around the vehicle, and this is what it's going to look like. On my video, Surviving the Mean Streets, we have several of these scenarios and they are filmed professionally. Right here is just my wife holding the camera, so it's not perfect, but you'll get a much better idea with the vehicle in the way. So again, this is just one of the scenarios where you might have to make this swerve. There's probably a dozen more. The only way to get comfortable with swerving your motorcycle is to practice it. Don't let it be the very first time you try a swerve in the middle of a busy intersection. That's the last place you want to practice. In our class here, we do this probably 30 or 40 times going through this particular exercise so people get really good at it. And the first few times they screw it up. The last place you want to screw up is out in the middle of an intersection. You're going 40 or 50 miles an hour. Suddenly you hit the brakes, a car pulls out in front of you, you have to make this swerve. You're going to screw up, I guarantee you. But if you practiced it and you're comfortable with making that swerve, that complete transition from left to right, well, the only way to do it is practice properly. I'm using my head and eyes. I'm in the friction zone when I'm making that swerve, and I got a little pressure on the rear brake. Until next week.